to a new Hints and Theories video, this time about episode number 7. My name is Julia, and in these videos I talk about hints and theories that will hopefully help you figure out who the mole is. And you've probably recognized that this video is online a little bit earlier than in the last weeks. So for the Belgian season I usually uploaded the videos on Wednesdays, but this week it's a bit different and I will tell you why at the end of the video, so make sure to watch it until the end. For all the people who've been in a WIDM tunnel, I'm very sorry that he's out of the game now. I know how it feels like when your tunnel breaks down. But the good news is I think we've arrived in our Cowboys era. So let's have a look at task number 1. In task number 1 we had two groups, the mail coach group and the postcards group. Let's have a look at the mail coach group first, in that one where Ruben and Lancelot, but Ruben's out of the game now, so let's focus on Lance. And he definitely was very suspicious in that task. He had several mole actions in there. The first and probably most obvious one was that he messed up some important tongue twisters. Although he repeated them several times and appeared as, well, very eager to learn them by heart. He also messed up a tongue twister that actually was Ruben supposed to, well, say out loud. So Ruben had some troubles with the tongue twister and Lancelot wants to help him, but he, well, exchanges a correct word and tells Ruben a wrong one. So he kind of made sure that Ruben messed up the tongue twister. Then they also had to play those little games, of course, and Lancelot actually was the one who kind of, well, suggested to choose that deepest slit when they had to saw that tree trunk into two pieces. So you remember that they had several slits as options there, and he said they should go for the deepest one, which on the one hand of course would make sure that they would be able to saw it into pieces and with that to earn something, but then again choosing the deepest slit also means that they would own the lowest amount possible. In the end, the male coach group earned nothing, which of course would be a dream for them all. Let's jump to the postcards group, and I think they actually had a pretty difficult task, but they did very well. So 2 out of the 3 postcards were correct and they earned quite a lot of money with that. The most difficult one probably was the second postcard, because it was all about timing. Of course, the first and the third one also were pretty difficult, but the second one, which then went wrong in the end, was, well, actually hard to achieve. And if we have a look at Comfort first, then she's responsible for counting so that they would knew when the photo was taken, and she was counting a little bit too slowly, which then meant that they were also a little bit too late with flipping the pancake and taking the shower. And looking at Toes and his pancake, well, he used way too much pancake batter, which meant that the pancake wasn't so easy to flip and, yeah, would probably not be ready in time. In between the 2 tasks, the candidates got a little motivation boost with letters from home, and then the next day it was even more of a cowboy era when they were allowed to go into the saloon and play some games. In that task it is very interesting to watch how each person reacts, because this task is designed for lying and bluffing and watching the others do that. And to be honest, I'm not very surprised that they figured out that Ruben was the one who was worth 3,000 euro twice, because he seemed so nervous that in the end we got the feeling that he wasn't really good at lying, which of course wouldn't be good for a mole, and yeah, a very candidate-like behavior. Compared to that, Comfort appeared to be very good at bluffing, I think. And also, if we have a look at that situation, there was one specific moment I thought was very interesting, and that was when that voice told them that they could earn a place in the final, which meant the Freistelling. And if you have a look at Ruben, Toes and Comfort in that moment, then they all react very surprised, I even want to say shocked, while Lancelot actually seems to be very relaxed still, which makes me think that he's a bit more suspicious in the moment and knew that this would come. But maybe it's just Lancelot's behavior and maybe he has a very good poker face. But to make Lancelot appear a bit more suspicious, I want to add something that is shortly before the voice tells them that they could earn a place in the final. Lancelot says that he thinks that they could not only win money but something else as well. And that of course gives us the impression that he has some knowledge beforehand, so before everybody else has that knowledge. That of course would only be possible if he's the mole. If we have a look at the games they had to play, then Toes appears to be very good at them, which of course could be due to the fact that he had some training before. So you know that the mole sometimes get some training before they start to film the season, and I could very well imagine that doing that thing with the glasses or lighting those candles is something that you can practice very well while still being in Belgium. So I could very well imagine that we get to see some scenes of the mole practicing those things next week. So yeah, maybe it was Toes who practiced them if he's the mole. And also Toes is pretty good at shooting, which he had already proved to us in episode number 1, and now he did it pretty good again. Although he won 2,000 euros, so that's definitely not the favorite option for them all. Last but not least, and probably the most important part of this task, is that Ruben was worth 3,000 euro twice, but they never made it into the pot. So if you're the mole and you're sent to that duel, then I believe you would choose to not get that 3,000 euro into the pot, and they knew that it was Ruben. So if you're the mole, which would then mean if the mole, which would either be Comfort or Lancelot, is sent to the duel together with Ruben, then I think the mole would prefer to be shot, to be out of the game, so that he or she makes sure that the money isn't added to the pot. So that definitely makes Comfort and Lancelot appear a bit more suspicious again. That were all hints and theories of episode number 7 so far. I'm sure I've missed something, so definitely make sure to tell me that in the comments below. And also tell me what your cowboy name would be. I'm still trying to figure out mine, so if you have any suggestions for that, then please share them as well. And last but not least, it's time to tell you why this video is online a little bit earlier than usually. Because I think all 3 finalists had some suspicious actions throughout the weeks, but they all also had anti-mole actions. So I definitely think it's time for some summary videos. And if you've watched other The Mole seasons with me, then you know that it's already a little tradition that before the final takes place, I will upload 3 extra videos, one about each candidate, in which I tell you hints leading to the person, and of course I will do that this time again, so there will be a video with hints leading to Lancelot as the mole, to Comfort as the mole, and to Toes as the mole. The plan is that those videos will come online on Wednesday, Thursday and Friday this week, and I hope that after watching those videos we will have a better feeling about who the mole is, because I really think it's still very exciting this time, and they all had their moments which could make them the mole or not. If I had to trust my gut feeling from episode number 1, then it would be Toes, but who am I to trust that gut feeling when I look at Lancelot and Comfort's behavior in the last weeks? So I definitely need those videos. I hope you will watch them too, and in the end I hope all of that will help you to figure out who the mole is. If you want to make sure that you do not miss any of those videos, then please subscribe to this channel here, follow me on Instagram, and I hope to see you back in those videos, and I'm definitely getting more and more excited for the final and for the reveal of them all. Until then, bye!